This guy said, I've had a couple lifters tell me my upper back is weak, but have never told me what I need to do to bring it up so I can support bigger squats and benches.
Okay. Weak where? I mean, that's a big factor. Like weak coming out of the hole on the squat, weak in the top part of the squat. You know, those things matter with this, but I'll just give a general answer with that. As far as upper back work, if that falls off, it's one of the easiest areas to be able to bring up quick. So if it falls off, the first thing that I'll have people do is to do something for their upper back every time they walk in the gym. And that's usually going to be face balls, band pull aparts. It's going to be part of their warm up. It'll be part of what they're going to do at the end of their training session. So they'll do it twice. Part of the warm up probably isn't going to be very heavy, and it's probably not going to be intense, you know. So say band pull aparts or something like that with a mini band, 4 sets of 20 at the beginning of the training session. That kind of, the reason I like to do that at the beginning of the training session is it serves as a warm up for one thing, and it also covers the base if somebody's got a bolt early. So at least something was done to be able to address it. If it gets thrown in at the back of the training session, then it could be face pulls with a cable and some type of strap going heavier, you know, in that 8 to 10, 8 to 12 rep range, and trying to increase the load every single time that you do the movement. So, and I would still do it 4 days a week. So at the end of every training session, that would be the light aspect, you know, so that takes care of that. From the heavy aspect, I would put in SS yoke bar, either low box squats with a closed stance, which is going to force the upper back to do more work from either as a max effort exercise, or if it's not a conjugate program, is a heavy 3 to 5 rep supplemental exercise, 2 of the 4 weeks in the month, where you're really going to push it hard, which is going to take care of the heavy strength aspect, because it's going to be in the 3 to 5 rep range, or potentially a single, you know, if it's max effort work. The other aspect I like to cover with that is the static aspect, or the, I guess you would say, isometric aspect, you know, however you visually want to see what I'm talking about. And that's the ability to just hold the upper back tight for a longer period of time, because a lot of times the upper back strength is there, but the strength endurance isn't there. So from that standpoint, it can be, you know, a band pull apart in the contracted position and holding that for 15 count, 10, 15 second count, you know, 1001, 1002, and just holding in that position and flexing as hard as you possibly can. It can be, you know, and what I'll do is I'll hook the bands up to a rack or something like that, and have the person basically hold their back and arms in a squat position, just holding one band in each hand, and then tighten the lats, the upper back, and all that as hard as they possibly can for 15 count, and then rest and do it 2 or 3 sets. That takes care of the static aspect. So you're taking care of the, you know, the high rep, low rep, static. So you're taking care of all aspects of that over a period of 4 weeks. Typically in 3 to 4 weeks, that weakness or sticking point, whatever you want to call it, is going to go away. And then it's going to be back to the spinal erectors in the lower back, or the lower extremities being the weak point.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.